Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the LI Sports Network, getting ready for our second of 3 games here tonight on the North Rink. 6 games total at the rinks here in Hop Hog. Week 7 of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Can't not believe that we're already almost 2 months into the season here in the Suffolk League. And it has been a doozy so far. We're getting things going in the varsity division tonight. Middle Country and Connetquot, 2 teams in the middle of the table. Connetquot 8, Middle Country 9. Middle Country want to pick up a win, move into playoff positioning. Connetquot want to be victorious and try to start to go on a run here. T-Birds wearing their home white uniforms tonight. Middle Country in the navy blues. Travis Quigley here on the call, our producer tonight. Magnus Healy, Wally Mitchell on the sticks. Gabe Takuri, of course, as always, up here doing social media for the LISN crew. You want to check out any of the Southside games, it's Kevin Broderick taking you through the call over there. Rowan Thlodick working the camera for us on the South Side. Just missing Sam Musnick, part of our crew here this evening. Warm-ups concluded. Almost ready to go here between the Cougars and the T-Birds. Full bench for Connetquot Sayville tonight. Certainly have to keep an eye on it. How do they utilize that depth? Not as many numbers on the other side for Middle Country, so can the T-Birds try to wear the Cougars down early? Between the pipes for Middle Country tonight, going to be Andrew Martins getting his second start of the season, 0-1 on the campaign. On the other side for the T-Birds, it's Riley Hanley, 4th start of the season for Riley. He is 1-2 so far this season. It's the T-Birds who will control the opening face-off, dumped down the ice by Misaletto, and Monkwitz possesses now for Middle Country. Flip down the ice, and Villani's going to settle, spins back behind the net. Evaluates the options and moves it up the boards. Touch pass for Logan Booth, and Booth with wheels right down the middle of this sheet. Inside out, curls back to the point. Barliski, a top save made. Rebound is gloved, covered up by Martins. Quick start for the T-Birds. Going to make a quick line change as well. 3 new forwards on the ice. Bicel squares up with McGee, and McGee wins it. Weak side wrap, pulled off the boards, and taken back to the near side. Fired around over the stick of Missarella by Kircher. Icing gets waved off. Villani's there. Villani starts the breakout now, moves it across. Clean there for Wagner, just under the stick. Monkwitz comes back through the middle, comes all the way down, paddled away by Hanley. Villani spins away from the pressure. The captain up the wall, broken up by Benoit, held in the zone. McMillan's going to get there first. Minute 10 gone here in the first period. Villani plays the body on McMillan. Flip to neutral ice by Zell, skates into it, has Wagner driving, pad save. Wagner can't shovel the rebound back at the goal. And McGee can settle down and break out, moves it to Missarella. Missarella's over the blue line. Nice move on the outside, save made. Trying to one-hand his own rebound in, it's covered up. Faceoffs one into the slot, and it's Ogburn. Richard Ogburn out, poke checked away, delayed offside. Jesse almost touched it up. Nice job there, not doing so, retreating back. Turnover almost forced there by Richie Ogburn. Jesse Ogburn comes in, plays a big hit there. Dumped down the ice by Giambalvo. King, little head fake up the boards. Benoit takes it down the wall. Backhand pass to the middle, and it's stolen away there by Tom Ford. Tom Ford gets the puck back, looking to dump it in. It's knocked down, recovers it nicely. Tom Ford wheeling in. Shoots from a bad angle, rebound, squirts out, and now peeling out of the zone with it is Norris, dumped in by McGee. McGee and Giambalvo get on the forecheck. Giambalvo playing a hit in the far corner. Logan Booth there to knock the pass away. Up the wall, Monkwitz keeps it in. Shot goes wide. 12:20 to go here in the first period. Off the bench, Jaquillard takes a check. McGee knocks it into the zone. Wagner now curling at the red line, flips it in off the glass and gets on the attack. Monkwitz touches first. Monkwitz moves it around out of the zone. McGee got a piece of it as Petrie tried to play it back up the wall. Moves it D to D. Long stretch pass from Baraliski doesn't find a home. Icing will be called. 11:47 to go in the first. Goose Eggs still on the scoreboard. Misarella won the faceoff and cycles it in. Baraleski can't clear. We'll get a second hack at it. Puts it off the wall and then chops it out through the middle. Graziano back, has Jackalone pressuring. Taken away, Monkwitz. Misarella just does enough to stretch, stay onside. Shot was blocked off the stick of Kircher. Benoit curls off the board, shoots wide, rebound off the outside of the net. Another chance here from Middle Country. And that pass off the backhand of Benoit and out of the zone. Touched middle, broken up though. Benoit trying to recover, and Aiello off the bench steals it. Just backhands it deep. Plugging up the boards, Benoit sends it all the way down. This is gonna go on goal, so no icing here. Hanley has to leave it out for Villani. Misarella putting on the pressure. Villani off the wall, up the ice, chipped into the middle. Graziano first to it and moves it across to Clements. Clements off the skates of Misarella. This is going to allow Wagner to turn into the zone. Splits through the D. Wagner backhand broken up by Graziano. Great stick from the Cougars defender. McMillan enters the zone, fights off a stick lift. Glove save by Hanley, takes the whistle. Decent pace for these two sides in the early going. Middle Country looking to pick up their second win of the season. T-Birds their third. Norris with a slap shot, pad save, just poked away from the crease by Hanley. And Aiello's going to skate the puck out. Chops it in. Norris gets there first though. But Ogburn playing the body. Pass to the point is intercepted by McMillan. Looking for Clements. Bounced off the twig into the zone, so Villani will turn up ice. Looking long for Aiello. Icing going to be called here. Flipped out of the zone. One-on-one foot race for it. Norris gets there in time. Starts the breakout. And unable to handle that pass was Jaquillard. This allows Bicel to regroup, but it's picked off. Monkwitz stops up, goes across the seam, taken away. Norris's try blocked. McGee collects in the corner. To the slot, just out of the reach of Monkwitz. Norris pinches, nice play there. Geisel was in the way of that pass, moves it to King now. King unable to clear. McGee gonna turn into a 3-on-1. Shot wide, gets his own rebound. Save made, Hanley. Giambalvo to the slot, cleared away by Proscia. Can't get it out of the zone though. Skips back, backhand try, toe save Hanley on Giambalvo. That goes to the slot again for Giambalvo, trying to find it in the skates, knocked down by Tom Ford. T-Bird send it 200 feet, on goal, no icing. Connetquot making a change. Cougars trying to move quick as it's stretched to Monkwitz, but knocked away by Berliski. Petrie takes it in behind, reverses it. Drop back for Petrie from Berliski. Long to Wagner, chops it into the zone. Monkwitz to Graziano, the D partner, and ahead for Missorella. Missorella's got some good pace. Missorella off the stick, Hanley gloves it, takes the whistle with 7:52 remaining in the first. Still searching our first goal of the game. It's one back, opening up the hips and firing was Benoit. Breadbasket save for Hanley. Near side boards battle for the puck. Dug out, pass in front. What a stop there. Glove save, beauty for Hanley. We got to take another look at this. Great pass in front. Benoit does a nice job to get the redirection, but Hanley gets across in time to make the glove save there, keeping it knotted at 0. Andres backhands it around the wall into the middle for Villani. He gets it out of the zone, but the Cougars are hounding it. One-on-one chance back in. It's Acker. Save Hanley. Graziano's got to get back for it. King on him, but Graziano, a nice head fake off the wall and returned. It's Graziano over the blue, drops for Norris, keeps it on the outside. Now to the slot, trying to spin away from Andres Missorelli. He's going to draw a penalty, shot wide by Kircher. Power play coming up here for Middle Country when the T-Birds touch up. To Norris. Martin starts to head to the bench for an extra skater. And now Benoit gets the pass from Norris and wheels. Hits Missorella. Missorella fires it in. And Villani touches it up. Middle Country going on the power play. 6:14 remaining in the first period. One to the boards. Pops in the air. McGee tries to center it. Blocked by Booth. Hooking call on Larry Andrus. Cycle to Norris. Comes together with Josh King. Kircher keeps it in. Second time out by King. Monkwitz settles it down and turns back up ice. Curls, recollects, and now goes through the middle. Splits through two forecheckers. Monkwitz settles down, looking back door. King read it perfectly. Trying to poke it out, diving to keep it in was Norris. But King, again, on the second attempt, is able to clear. Pass to Monkwitz, gets pinned up on the boards. McGee digs it out of the pile. To Kircher, drop back for Norris, backhands it in, a minute left on the power play. King gets first touch. Munkwitz holds it in. A try blocked by Ogburn, but Norris is there, trying to settle it down and get things set up here for Middle Country. Walking the line. Puts it in the corner, but Villani wins the foot race and moves it ahead to Booth. It's going to be 2-on-1 shorthanded. Villani's driving. Booth into the zone with the biscuit. Shoots, and it's a glove save for Martins, and he keeps it moving. Trying to paddle it ahead. One-timer back at the net by Wagner, kicked away by Martins. 20 seconds left on the power play. Shot on goal, blocker stop. Munkwitz is there to collect. High slot, Benoit, he scores! On the power play, Grayson Benoit, 1-0 Middle Country. Great job by Munkwitz, stopping up right at the hash marks, finds Benoit trailing late, and a good low shot on the blocker's side. Makes it a 1-0 lead for the Cougars. The power play goal. 4:22 to go now in the first period. Benoit through the middle for McGee. Knifed away by Bicel and hacked back out to neutral ice. Swung back to Munkwitz. Into the outside. Benoit and Munkwitz having a catch. Jump by Baraliski and played deep. Munkwitz on it. Backhands it up the same side board. Turnover force. Bicel hits the outside of the net. Benoit went through the middle. And it was picked off by Bicel. Benoit racing ahead now, defended by Baraliski. Petrie off the glass, clears. Icing waved off. Foot race won by Acker. That's flipped on goal. Save made by Martins. Chipped out into space for McGee. It'll be a 2-on-2 on the zone entry. McGee, toe drags outside. Villani on a stick lift. Tight defense there from the T-Birds captain. Wagner chips it out. Norris steps up, clean hit there. Missarella trying to one-hand it ahead. Ogburn jumps it. Keeps it in the zone. Norris trying to hack it out. Still with Richie Ogburn. Nice move, showing off the mitts. Takes a bump from Missarella, looking to spin away from the pressure. And through the slot, it's Graziano who takes it out. Throws it on goal, steered aside by Hanley with 2:45 to go in the opening period. Villani chips it out. Numbers for the T-Birds. Missaletto has Villani driving. Ogburn is the trailer. He shoots. He scores! Vincent Missaletto gets his second of the season, and it's 2-1. Missaletto using the screen from Norris, who was dropping down trying to block the shot. Pardon me, I said it was 2-1. That goal made it 1-1. Benoit got the opener for the Cougars, and now Missaletto with the response. From the point, Hanley save. So Benoit's goal was his first of the campaign. Missaletto, his second on the season. Pass to the slot, Missaletto there to break it up. But Jaquillard on a stick lift turns it back down low. Ogburn swoops down, collects the puck. And nice job breaking it out. Nice move from Ogburn, but Kircher there to slow him up and take it away. Weak side wrap held in by King. Battle in front of the Middle Country bench now. It's flipped into the corner as the T-Birds will make a line change. Kircher receives the pass, returns it to Norris. Norris on a drop, taken away by Jack Alone. Munkwitz off the bench, starts to wheel. Munkwitz buzzing, what a toe drag. Can't get a shot off. Broken up by Tom Ford there. Played back to the corner, and Shaquillard into the slot. Giambalvo unable to handle the pass. King drives in and shoots. Stick save by Martins. Norris turns away from the pressure. Long, but over the twig of McGee. Booth regroups. Carries in with speed after a couple crossovers. It's Logan Booth. Put wide by Tom Ford. Final minute in the first. King back low for Jackalone. Monkwitz first on it. Booth got a piece, and it's out of the zone with McGee. Offside on the Cougars. Wagner, chip and chase. He's gonna hit the outside of the net. Kick back into the slot, just poked away there by Monkwitz. Another chance though still for the T-Birds. Chopped ahead to Benoit, backhands it across and out of the zone with 15 left. Barliski picks off the pass. Gets the stick lifted, but is thrown in deep. 7 to go. Monkwitz just gonna take it behind and look to drain the rest of the time off the clock. Wagner putting on pressure, as is Acker. Time expires in period 1. 1-1 the score. Grayson Benoit got the opener with 4:24 to go. And then a little under 2 minutes after that, Vincent Misaletto found the tying goal. We'll be back here on LISN in just a minute. One as we begin the second period. Connetquot Sayville T-Birds, Middle Country Cougars. Travis Quigley here on the call, Magnus Sealy, our producer, Wally Mitchell on the camera, and of course Gabe Curry running social media. Benoit with the goal for Middle Country. Misaletto for the T-Birds. Missarella was trying to make it a 2-1 hockey game, but Hanley snagging it with the glove. One back to Petrie. Up the boards and chipped out to Logan Booth. Booth curls, trying to create some space. Missarella knocked it away. And McGee pressured by both Ogburns behind the net. What a move right there by Monkwitz. And he's got some room to skate. Jesse Ogburn across, knifes it away. Delayed offside on Middle Country. This will allow the T-Birds to slow it down and reset. Taken away from Booth, though, by Missarella. He shoots, save, Hanley. Chipped out by Jesse Ogburn. She's going to be F1. Monkwitz peels back behind his own net. About a minute 15 gone here in the middle period. Missarella inside out on Petrie. Hanley sticks it away. Off the glass, out of play. Weak side rim on the face-off win for the T-Birds. Now into the middle for Wagner. Poked off the stick, but right there's a yellow over the net with the wrist shot. Punched back in low. Benoit's there, pokes it to Graziano. Graziano has some space to wheel. Puts one off the boards. It's jumped by Andres. Backhanded in for Aiello. Slides it middle to Wagner. Wagner drags, shoots, hits the post. Back the other way come the Cougars. McMillan looking for Clemens, delayed offside. Villani possesses. A little east to west for Villani, redlining in. Big hop off the backboards, and that's a big collision behind the net. A quick whistle here. Don't like seeing that. We're going to take a break here. Logan Norris back up now, being helped off the ice. And I never want to see anybody get injured. Hopefully Logan's doing all right here. And we see him again soon. Never want to see that happen. So again, hopefully Logan's all right, and we're good to see him again in a little bit here. 5-on-5, 12:36 to play in the second period. One back and King's shot is deflected, sticked away. Rebound still sitting there. Bicel finds it, turns and shoots. It's gloved down by Munkwitz. Back with Bicel into the corner for Acker. Acker looking to turn away from the pressure, but Munkwitz, strong stick there, takes it away and wheels. Moves the puck to Misarella. Misarella continues wide into the slot. McMillan on the redirection. Couldn't get much on it, goes off into the corner. Cougars looking to keep the puck low. A battle in the corner, and McMillan digs it free. Cycles it around to the weak side. Hacked out for the T-Birds. Graziano jumps on it. He's going to be forced to pin it against the wall with a lot of pressure on. McGee through the middle for Graziano. Came off the stick, put in the corner by Hanley. Graziano around for Misarella. Misarella trying to get off the boards. King comes over, plays the body on him. Low to Misarella, out front from McGee, blocked away by Bicel. On the stick of McGee now. Big battle in front between Tom Ford and Graziano. Bicel collects and wheels out. Couldn't get it past Misarella, who dumps it back in. King just wants to get it down the ice so he can head off for a change. Trying to do so now. Quick stretch to Graziano. And now long for Misarella. Misarella driving wide on Tom Ford. Tucking the shoulder, protecting the puck out front. Couldn't get a clean look. And now a 2-on-1 chance for the T-Birds. Jack alone to Acker. Acker back across, blocked by Benoit. Kircher's going to carry out of the zone now. 4.5 played. Lets one fly, and it's gloved by Hanley. 1-1 here in the second period. Berliski, after the T-Birds win the face-off, looking to take it around to the weak side for Jackalone, who pokes it out. Flip back down by MC. Munkwitz takes it back in, just onside, trying to split through, poked away. Maintains possession though, nicely there. Hooked the pass to Jaquillard out of his reach. To the slot, Hanley save. Booth carries out. It's Booth. Tucks the shoulder, off the mask, still free in the slot. Both sides trying to find it. Jack alone kicks it into the corner. Finds Villani. Villani rolls up top, spins on the boards. That shot's blocked. Jack alone trying to find it. Unable to get a shot through. Clements backhands it all the way down. Icing will be called. 9:15 to play here in the second period. 1-1 hockey game. Middle Country, Connetquot, Sayville battling it out here. Ogburn right off the face-off. Shot was blocked. Munkwitz reverses to Graziano up the boards and chipped out by Giambalvo. Foot race for it, won by Villani. Splits through the middle. Villani shoots. He scores! Off the iron and in. It's the captain, Joseph Villani. T-Birds on top 2-1. Starts the rush in his own zone, just battles through a couple sticks. cuts east-west and fires a wrist shot off the post. Able to beat Martins there. 2-1 lead now for Connetquot Sayville. Middle of the second period. Ogburn across to Proscia. Came together with Clements. Flipped out by Villani. Nice job there. Out to the back door. Stick. Missorella. Self-chip around Jesse Ogburn, but Richie on the back check. Playing the body and taking the biscuit. Off the skate of Jesse down the ice. It won't be an icing though. Close enough to the red line. Wagner trying to take it off the wall. And dug out of the skates by Munkwitz. Trying to curl away from Ogburn. Popped over to King, stretching it long. Wagner couldn't handle the pass. Acker's on the forecheck. Wagner there to help. Wagner to the front for Bicel. No shot. Half the game gone, a little under half of it to go. It's a 2-1 score line. T-Birds on top currently. Off the glass, knocked down by Acker. And Bicel skates it out. Moves it to the outside for Acker. Couldn't control the pass though. It's into the corner now. Quick cycle for Bicel in the slot. Save made. Rebound still free. Wagner turns and shoots. Another one stopped. That's cleared all the way down. Icing called. T-Birds looking to stretch it long for Acker. Just off the twig, Benoit now. Off the glass and out. Back with Wagner, 2-on-1 chance. Has Acker driving, Wagner shoots, save made there by Martins. Now Munkwitz, 3-on-2 the other way. It's Munkwitz, toe drag, couldn't get through. That goes off the outside of the net for Jaquillard. McGee's try saved, and Hanley willing to take the whistle there. Giambalvo with a big slap shot off the face-off. Hits the glass, skips out of the zone. Misaletto got the T-Bird scoring started here tonight. Dumps it in. Numbers for Middle Country. Giambalvo on a 3-on-1. Giambalvo, shot stopped up by Hanley. Villani possessing the puck. A ton of pressure applied. Two Cougars on. Finds a way to keep possession. Cuts the net and wheels it all the way out. Coast to coast Villani. to the slot. They score! Tap in for Aiello. T-Birds go up by 2 with 5 to go in period 2. That's all Villani. Started the rush. Back behind his own net. Takes it behind the net of Martins, and Aiello was wide open, standing just outside that blue paint. Wide open net for him to put that puck home, and Ogburn walking forward on the neutral zone faceoff, just got the stick lifted. McGee trying to chip it past Tom Ford. Tom Ford back out of the zone. Bennett King dumps it in. 3-1 hockey game here on the North Rink. The rink's in Hauppauge. McGee over the line, winds for a slap shot, pad save by Hanley. It's backhanded out of the zone. Benoit takes the rolling puck and wheels. Dumps it in, and Tom Ford collects. Moved it to Bennett King. Benoit jumps it. Benoit continues wheeling. Takes a bump from Tom Ford. Pushed ahead to Ogburn, and Ogburn's out of the zone. Ogburn trying to get a break here. Ogburn to the backhand, dishes middle, and Benoit swipes it away. Flips it to McMillan, and now McMillan's ahead 2-on-1 with Kircher. McGee joins to make it 3. Kircher shoots! Hits the glass and breaks the T-Birds out. Delayed offside on Connetquot Sayville. So McMillan will take it behind the cage and kill a little bit of time. For McGee. McGee stops up and shoots over the head of Hanley. Munkwitz cutting middle right off the boards. Through 2, but a poke check from Hanley. Munkwitz unable to get the shot off. Draw one back to Munkwitz. Takes a wrist shot. Hanley fights it off, holds on to it. 3:10 to go in the middle period. Cougars would love to get another goal before intermission. Weak side around to Ogburn. Missorella poked off the stick. Benoit collects, carries in, toe drag, splits through the D, to the forehand, he scores! Second of the night, and that one's going on the highlight reel. 3-2 game. Great speed from Benoit, splits through the D, backhand, forehand, top shelf. T-Birds possess now. Back ahead, it's Villani trying to create something. Looking for a quick response here. Villani wheels around the offensive zone. Back up at the point. Just cutting through the Cougars defense, and that hits the glass. Andres races across, just holds it in, but Missorella there to break it up. Carries out, chip and chase. Booth and Missorella racing after the puck. 2:10 to go. It's out of the zone with Booth. Booth cuts left to right. Gretzky curls back towards the blue line. Looking back door, it's blocked by Graziano. Acker with a chance, it's gloved down by Munkwitz. Nice job by Booth in the corner. Pokes it around, looking for Richie Ogburn. Back low to Acker. Good cycle for Ogburn. Disrupted by Munkwitz. Minute 40 to go. Flipped out by Graziano right over the stick of Andres, so no icing. Graziano keeps it in deep. McGee pokes it to the corner. And Graziano rubs Villani into the boards. They come together again. Now it's a turnover that's forced. Up to the point for Benoit. Shoots, deflected wide. Missarella collects it. Curls, trying to keep it low, defended by Booth now. Final minute of the period. Up top for McGee. McGee walks across, drops it to Benoit. Benoit trying to keep it in. It's forced out of the zone. Now Villani stretches to Acker. Acker to the middle for Booth. Booth can't get a shot off. Save. Just poking that one away. Now McGee lost it in the skates. Villani on a stick lift. They come together, and it's forced to the corner. Villani curls away from McGee, moves it to Acker. Acker trying to stretch it to Booth. Kicked aside by Benoit. McGee floats one on goal. Hanley catches it and keeps it moving. No pressure on. Had to keep the puck alive. Benoit couldn't get it deep. 10 seconds left. It's ahead for Acker. Has Aiello driving. Acker drags and shoots. That got off the blocker of Martins. King with one last opportunity. 2-1 to the front. And that will be how we end the period. 3-2 T-Birds up over the Middle Country Cougars, live here on the LI Sports Network. We'll put 15 minutes up on the board. Don't go anywhere. Third period in just a moment. Third period is a go here on the LI Sports Network. 3-2, T-Birds up over the Cougars in this varsity division matchup. 30 minutes has been so tightly contested. This last 15 will certainly be a battle as Ogburn receives the pass, spins, shoots, save made, Martins. One back, and a one-timer from the point. Pad stop underneath the pad of Martins. Another whistle. That was a bomb from Villani. There's 23 seconds played here in the third period. One into the slot, taken back by Ogburn. Spinning shot just kicked away by Martins. Aiello there on the boards. To the point. Hammered back down low by King. Ogburn into the slot. Dug out and cleared. Took a deflection off King. So it won't be an icing. King's first back and starts the breakout. Hit Villani on the stick, who chips it for Misaletto. Misaletto over the line. Tries a shot, went to the corner instead. King back in front, hits the post. Villani holds it in, but Monkwitz jumps it and sauces a pass across to Kircher. Kircher has Misarella driving. Shot low for a rebound. Puck is still free. Kircher recovers it. Trying to make a pass to the point, but Misaletto able to take it away. We got a man down behind the play. Whistle goes. Aiello back to his feet, heading off now. Reminder, we got another varsity game on the schedule after this one. Friars taking on the KPC Knights. There's Benoit into the zone. He's on hat trick watch here in the third. Puts it out front, hit a leg, skips to the corner. Drops it at the point for McGee as they switch spots. McGee puts it off the pad of Hanley. Collected and turned up ice by Booth. Saucer passes glove down and played north by Benoit. Benoit holds it in, turns and shoots. McGee trying to get a piece. Jack alone there for the T-Birds. Stick lift by Jaquillard. Now McGee behind the net. McGee turns, nothing there. Warliski. Now Booth. Couldn't get it off the wall. Nice move by Monkwitz. Around the net, going down, hooks a pass to the slot. Unable to get a shot, Jaquillard still battling for it. And it's King who takes it away out of the zone. King cuts in and shoots. Kicked all the way out of the zone by Martins. Jack alone resets, moves it to Villani. Villani cutting into the middle. To Booth. Booth cuts off the outside of the net, wouldn't go. Benoit drops down and blocks it. The puck is still free. Monkwitz, toe drag, not out, taken by Wagner. Back down low, Benoit just trying to clear. T-Birds keeping it in. That one fired all the way down. Middle Country able to make a little bit of a line change there. A couple fresh legs on. Villani up ice through this screen of Monkwitz, and it's gloved by Martins. Let's take another look at that sequence right there. Phenomenal play by Villani. Booth loves that backhand to forehand stop-up move, and way out was Martins to dive and poke. And then Benoit back in front, diving across to keep it out. Puck in the slot now as the T-Birds looking for a goal. Instead, it's Graziano skating the other way, 3-on-2. He'll shoot, save made by Hanley. .26 left in the game. It's one to the slot for Clements, trying to drop it back for Monkwitz, just holding it in. Backhand across, hits Misarella. What a stop there. Misarella recovers for Monkwitz, trying to drag and shoot. Went underneath the tape. High flip out, Graziano, one knee down, is able to glove it. Looking to poke it across, it's still in the zone. Barliski clears. Misarella back through the middle. Now Graziano can collect and skate. Trying to drop it for Clements. Missed the stick though as he overskated it. Benoit racing across. Booth hacks it into the zone. Those two battling. It's Benoit who takes it. Flipped ahead. Benoit knocked to the ice by Barliski, who stepped up and played the body. Puck underneath Benoit. We get the whistle. Dumped in, kicks right back out to the high slot. Offside. One back to Petrie, moves it D to D for Villani. Now to Jesse Ogburn. Ogburn dumps it in. Monkwitz gets there for Middle Country. 3-2 score with 10 minutes to go in the third. Shift middle for Missarella. Missarella cutting across, trying to find a lane. Ramps up the stick of Villani and out of play. Right of Hanley for the faceoff. Missarella and Wagner. Missarella across, sticking it away, but Villani skates it out. Over the line comes Villani. Looking across, it's blocked. McGee trying to clear. It's in the skates of McMillan. Turning shot, Wagner. Martin's there to keep that door closed in the third. And KPC St. Anthony's coming up next here on the North Rink to wrap up the night. Tight matchup between Middle Country and Connetquot here on the LI Sports Network. Dragging it off the wall, punched away by Martins. Quillard able to clear. Petrie. Cross to Villani. Missarella sticks it away. Trying to hook a pass in front, lost an edge. Poked ahead to Wagner. Wagner slides it to Aiello. Aiello on the backhand, hit the outside of the net. Taken back away by Wagner. Into the corner for Aiello. Aiello takes a check from Benoit, who clears the zone. King stops up behind the net, looks to reverse. Jaquillard's there first, though, and his saucer pass is batted out of the air by King. Wagner swoops over and sends one to Misaletto. Monkwitz trying to angle him. Misaletto dumps it in. Martins will cover it with 8:34 to go in regulation. Logan Aiello's goal, the difference maker right now, coming all the way back in period 2. Benoit up the wall, doesn't get to Clements. King breaks it up. Benoit just continues to work hard, though. End to end for Benoit here. Off on the backhand. cuts back to the point, sends it to Graziano. Graziano, wrist shot, fought off. Rebound is still loose in the paint, and finally covered up by Hanley. Move to Bicel. Bicel leaves it on the outside for Villani. Villani let one fly and missed the net. Left for King. King trying to find a shooting lane. Villani receives it at the red line. Clemens just holds it in. Bicel drops it back for Villani. A long lead pass. Icing. Ogburn weaving through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Trying to find a pass to the slot, taken away by Kircher. Villani dumps it on goal, steered aside to Monkwitz. Poked out by Missorella. He'll dump it in, delayed offside. Graziano tags. 6.5 minutes remaining in this hockey game. 3-2 lead for the T-Birds. Touched ahead for Booth. Booth creates some space and moves it to Jesse Ogburn. Jesse carries into the zone, jabbed off her stick. McMillan fires across corner. Kircher there, knocks the puck away from Petrie. Graziano pinching in. Booth with the one-handed jab. Gets it to Jesse Ogburn. Jesse gonna dump it in. Petrie's first on it. Booth protecting the puck beneath the goal line for Missoleto now. Across to Petrie. Chop to the middle. Shot from Wagner off of Graziano's stick. Moves up the wall. King pinching hard to hold the line. Monkwitz curls, gets it out to Missorella. Missorella winds for a slap shot. Save made Hanley. Rebound collected by King and turns it north. Still tied up on the boards, and McGee stopped it in the skates. Shoots! Blocker stop. Booth chips it out. Continues to drive north. Middle for Wagner, taken away by McGee. For Monkwitz, 3-on-2. Monkwitz cuts to the right, has Missorella backdoor, just wide. Point for Benoit. Tries to backhand it low, ends up putting it out of play. 4:49 to go here in the third. Villani stops up after the face-off win. And it's popped out of the zone by Missoleto. Aiello swoops over to collect it. 2-on-1, Aiello shoots short side off the glass. Played back deep, Benoit takes a hit from Missoleto. Curls with the puck, he scores! Missoleto plays the body on Benoit, takes it away, cuts out front, and puts it top shelf. 2-goal lead restored for Connetquot Sayville. See there, Missoleto. Offside called. Giambalvo flipping it ahead, 4:15 remaining in this hockey game. 2-goal lead for Connetquot Sayville. Icing going to be called there. Left of Hanley. In the dot, tied up for a moment, now drug out and skated to the weak side. King through the middle for Bicel. 2-on-2 rush. Bicel puts it across the blue paint. Cycle back around, wrap around, try, they score! Acker on the wraparound. 5-2 now for the T-Birds. Bicel cycles it around, and Acker just catches Martins off the post. And now it's 5-2 for the T-Birds. 3:46 to go. Dumped in by Benoit. Villani to Acker, our most recent goal scorer. Hits King. Bennett King, defended by Benoit. Just gonna punch it low. Graziano to the boards for McGee. Off the toe, trying to glove it down after it pops in the air. Spun back around. Kept in by Villani, fans on it. And now McGee skates out. Squirts to Missorella, drop pass from McGee, trying to settle, save made. And falling back on top of the puck is Riley Hanley. Faceoff was won by the Cougars, but jumped by Proscia, and Proscia chasing it down with Graziano, who's able to clear. Berliski redlining in. Jack Alone's gonna get to it first. Blew a tire in the corner. That's gonna give Graziano the opportunity to get it out, but held by Villani again. Villani shoots, pad stop. Poking it away and out of the zone, Missorella. Proscia stepped up, played the body there. Benoit's gonna skate out. Snaps it over to Missorella. Missorella curls. Opportunity blocked by Jack Alone, bounces to the corner. Swiped away by Berliski. Cleared out of harm's way, 2:10 remaining. Fanning on the pass, Graziano racing over, gets there in time to swing it to Benoit. Missorella looks to wheel. Head fake, keeps going through the middle of the ice. Nice move, but it's forced to the corner. Into the slot, blocked by King. King cuts back, sends it around to Villani. Poke at it. Benoit hammers it back in. Timeout going to be called here by Middle Country. Cougars need 3 goals in the final minute, 36 seconds. In order to try to push this game into overtime. Coming out of the timeout, net empty for Middle Country, 6-on-5. And it's won back by Missarella. D to D to Monkwitz. Shots deflected. Off target. Graziano first to it. Back at the point for Monkwitz. Goes through the seam. Missarella just missed a diving King. Back up top for Monkwitz. He shoots. Pad save. Rebound still there. Just wide for McGee. Clearing attempt, gets out of the zone right through the skates of Benoit. Monkwitz with both Ogburns pressuring. Forced behind the net, minute to go in this hockey game. Beats Ritchie, then Jesse, dishes to Missarella. Over the line onside, Missarella drops it back. Missed Monkwitz, he's able to knock it down. Booth trying to skate it out. Taken away by Missarella. It's back with Booth. Self-chip around Benoit. Booth going to take it down the sheet and look to ice it. It's blocked by Monkwitz. Stretch to McGee for Graziano. Back outside to Kircher. Kircher, snapshot, blocker save. Big kick off the glass. In front, it's blocked. They score! 23 seconds left. McGee gets a big goal there to make it 5-3. Off the blocker, hits the glass, and right back out in front of the net. Cougars do the right thing, swarm it quickly. As Missarella's shot was blocked, but McGee follows it up and puts it in. Net stays empty here. Cougars win the faceoff for Graziano. Taken away, poked back in. Middle Country's got to tag up, they do. But just 12 seconds left. Bicel going to try to hold it. Up to Villani. Just pinning it on the boards. 2 seconds and 1, and the T-Birds going to pick up a 5-3 win here over Middle Country. Make that back-to-back victories. For Connetquot Sayville, they're going to move to 3-4 on the campaign. Valiant effort tonight from Middle Country, but unable to get the puck past Riley Hanley enough times as he played a great game here tonight. 5-3, pardon me, the final score, thanks to that late goal from Ian McGee. Cougars fans, we'll see you again in 2 days. Wednesday night, last game of the night, 9:20 p.m. start. Middle Country taking on the Smithtown Hop Hog Bulls. And for you T-Birds fans at home, we'll see you guys again in the month of November, next Wednesday, November 5th. That's also a 9:20 game, and it is also against the Smithtown Hop-Hog Bulls. Once again, final score here on the North Rink at the Rinks, 5-3 Connetquot over Middle Country. On behalf of Gabe Takuri, Wally Mitchell, and Magnus Healy, I'm Travis Quigley. Hope you all have a great rest of the night, and as always, we'll see you next time right here on the LI Sports Network.